Big news from the Amhara region where newly formed Amhara Fano National Front AFNF is in trouble. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Two main news stories in this video. First one is from the Amhara region and second one is from Kenya where protests broke out today. 8 killed, 400 over 400 injured. Last year in June, protesters stormed Kenyan parliament. What happened today? Before these two news stories, I want to respond to a comment written by a viewer in my views and news comment section. He said, Sajid, during your coverage of Iran-Israel war, I was expecting that you would support Iran because you are a Muslim. You did not support Iran. Rather, you painted Iran as weak. So now I am now more convinced that you're not paid, you're impartial. But he said, Sajid, you have become desensitized to the suffering of the people. If war breaks out in your country too, you won't care about your people. It was a personal attack, so I thought I should say a few words. Firstly, my religion, Islam, has told me to speak the truth. It has taught me to speak the truth. If I don't speak the truth, I am going against my religion. If I support Muslims just because they are Muslims, while I'm telling a lie, it is not allowed in my religion. Firstly. Secondly, I am accountable to you, viewers. If I betray you, if I give you wrong information, then I will be held accountable after I die. Why should I betray my viewers? Why should I go against my religion? I should tell the truth, no matter what the cost is. During Ethiopia-Somalia conflict of last year, several Somalis contacted. They said, Sajid, you are a Muslim, we're Muslims too. Why are you supporting Ethiopia? I said, I am not supporting Ethiopia. But you expect me to support Somalia because I'm a Muslim. I will be neutral. My religion, my nationality, my gender, my ethnicity has nothing to do with my reports. I make these reports as in an impartial manner. Yes, you can say I am insensitive to whatever you want to say, but I think that impartiality matters the most. Firstly, Kenya viewers where commemoration rallies were held today to commemorate the protests of last year. Last year, Kenyans took to the streets against a finance bill which increased taxes on people. Kenyan Generation Z launched protests. Protests expanded. Ruto fired his cabinet. And on the 25th of June 2024, the protesters stormed Kenyan parliament. Ruto reorganized his cabinet, the president. And last year, more than 60 people were killed in those protests. Today, commemoration rallies were held in Kenya to commemorate last year's protests. And these commemoration rallies turned into protests, full-scale protests, not just in Nairobi, in 20 plus counties. People clashed with police. Nairobi turned into a war zone. Live coverage of protests was banned by the government. Security forces fired tear gas. Maybe they fired live rounds too, because 8 deaths are being confirmed by human rights organizations. 400 injured. The protesters demanded, when they were attacked by police, resignation of William Ruto, the president. What happened? There is definitely frustration in Kenya. Economic hardships continuing. Recently, a blogger died in police custody. People are full of anger against police, against the government. That is why they took to the streets, and peaceful commemoration rallies turned into a violent protest. Let's see, will the protest continue tomorrow, or that remains to be seen? People say, Sajid, why is that no one is protesting in Ethiopia? In Kenya, this is the second time in less than in a year that people are out on the streets. But things different in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is less tolerant of such protests. If anyone even thinks of protesting, they are going to be fixed. No one is allowed to protest in Ethiopia. They'll be crushed at the very start of the protests. Secondly, viewers, big news from Amhara region where Fano is in trouble. Newly formed Amhara Fano National Force, AFNF, is in trouble. AFNF, we know, is the most powerful Fano organization in the region. There are two organizations now, AFNF and AFPO, Amhara Fano People's Organization, led by Skandar Nag and Makatao. AFNF is led by a 13-member committee. Zameen Kasi, Rasalin from Shoa, Apte Volde from Gondar, Srasmare Damte from Gujjam, from Volo, all main Fano commanders are part of AFNF. AFNF was formed, but no leader of ANF was chosen. Rather, a 13-member, I think, committee was formed to lead AFNF. Now, AFNF is seeing internal divisions. And if you remember, I did a video when AFNF was formed. I said that Zameen Akasi, Gujjam Fano, was obstructing unity. It wanted key positions. It wanted to lead AFNF. That is why AFNF could not elect one leader. Again, the opposition, the resistance is coming from Gujjam Fano. AFNF issued a statement today. In the statement, it reorganized 4 zonal commands. It formed a political and foreign policy committee. It formed an administrative committee. It formed a military command committee. The 4 commands which have been renamed are now Bele Command. New name is Bele Command. Maybe it's after Bele Zeleke. Bele Command, which will operate in North Amhara. Its previous name is Amhara Fano Unity in Gondar. Second command is Theodorus Command. It will operate in Western Amhara region. It was operating as Amhara Fano in Gujjam. Third command is Minilik Command. These are the new names. Bala Command, Theodorus Command, Minilik Command. Minilik Command will operate in East Amhara. It was working as Amhara Fano in Volo. Fourthly, Asabino Command, after Asabino Sege, I think its name. Theodorus and Minilik were the Ethiopian rulers. Assamino Sege, the former Amhara police force chief, who was killed in June 2019. I had a video on that yesterday. It will operate in South Amhara. It was working as Amhara Fano in Shoa. Asras Maredamte, a Gujjam Fano leader, right-hand man of Zameen Kasi. Number 2 man in Gujjam Fano is Asras Maredamte. Number 1 is Zameen Kasi. Number 3 is Zenamba. Asras Maredemte has shared a post saying that Gojjam Fano is not on board with this statement issued by AFNF. Statement about renaming four commands, statement about establishing military, administrative, political committees. What I have learned is that Asras Maredamte participated in the meetings. After the meeting, which were attended by Gujjam Fano, the statement came. The statement is being denied. It is being rejected by Gujjam. Asmaradamta means Vinakasi. So Gujjam Fano is again creating problems, obstacles to unity in Fano. Why? Because they want to lead Fano. They want Zamine Kasi to be the main man, to be the head of all Fano groups. Though it would be ridiculous to see Zamine Kasi working as head of Fano while Tafra Mam working under him. Tafra has huge experience of huge combat experience. Now, Fano groups are turning into small scale military corps. No one is better equipped in terms of knowledge and skills to lead the Fano than Tafra Mam. But Gujjam Fano not ready to see others in top positions. That is why it is distancing itself from the statement issued by AFNF. AFNF and AFPO dispute I've been covering, I've been telling you about intense fighting between them in Showa. But even within AFNF, there are serious issues. Let's see how AFNF will handle the statements being issued by Gujjal Fano leader Asras Maldan. Thanks for watching.